Hello everyone. So, a very good afternoon to all. And today we are going to discuss the remaining part, the conditions of producer's equilibrium. So, in this we will see what is the conditions to achieve producer equilibrium. Okay, and apart from this, we will also discuss the diagram, that how diagram take place, how the basically in the basis of diagram. So in the basis of diagram, we will discuss how producers is achieved on the maximum equilibrium and maximum profit. Okay, and also and and apart from this also we will talk at which part or which point, basically at which point producer feels more maximized. Okay, uh, because as we see according to diagram, there are 2 points, that is equilibrium point. But what equilibrium point is more beneficial for producers perspective? Okay, so conditions of producers equilibrium, right? So what is the conditions of producer equilibrium? Okay, the first is that uh, whenever a producer just strikes his equilibrium in order to maximize his profit, there should be some conditions, right? So number one, it should be MR should be equal to MC. As we all know that MR stands for what? Marginal revenue. Is it so? And MCA stands for what? Marginal cost. Okay. So whenever we say that MR should be equal to MC, what does it mean? It means that whenever we draw a diagram, we will see that, as we all know, that MR is just what? Constant. MR is equal to P is equal to AC. And we all know why MR is constant. Okay, why MR is constant, we already have discussed that MR is constant in terms of perfect. So whenever we are talking about perfect market, so there should be first MR is constant. MR is constant, and MR is constant. Therefore, we can say that MR is equal to P is equal to AR. Why? Why it is just horizontal to the x-axis? Because as we all know, under perfect competition, price is determined on the basis of demand and supply mechanism. Okay, so industry itself decide the price, but not the firm. Okay, and as we all know also that in the under perfect competition, firm is price taker instead of price maker. Therefore we will say that MR is equal to P is equal to AR. Okay, so there is MC. As we all know also that MC is just a USEP. Just wait. MC is also like a USEP. Okay, as we can see here, there are 2 points. There are 2 points, point A and point B. So at what point producer feels maximized, producers enables to maximize his profit at point A or at point B. So we will see in this diagram. Okay. So this is all about we will discuss today. The the second condition should be MC should be rising when MR is equal to MC. Now, what does it mean? MC should be rising. I will tell you through diagram that what does it mean. Now, this is the second condition that in order to achieve maximum profit, the producers have to just maintain this conditions that is given. Okay. Now, third, AR, that we can also say price should be greater and equal to AVC. Why? What AVC? Average variable cost. Okay, average variable cost. Now, average variable cost AR is greater than that of equal to ABC. That means कि whenever price of goods is equal to, it should be equal, it should be equal to, or it should be greater than, okay, but not less than that of ABC. If price is greater than or equal to ABC, then producers is able to maximize his profit, because it's showing, this condition itself is showing that price is equal to ABC. Then in that case, producer still in a position to do production, okay. But if price is, let's suppose, if price is less than ABC, it means that producer is not able to cover even a variable cost. So it will take a huge loss or huge cost for producers. Therefore, producer don't want to operate their production to maximize his profit, because if price is less than that ABC, then in that case producer is still not able to cover the variable cost itself. So it will cost for producer a lot. So we can say the third condition itself is talking about that price should be greater and equal to ABC. Okay, if price is greater than ABC, it will be more beneficial for producer. And if price is equal to ABC, it will be also good, but not, we can say, beneficial. The term beneficial, we can say the term beneficial is not very good for to use for producer terms. But yes, we can say that price is equal to ABC. Then in that case, producers is still able to cover at least average variable cost. Okay, so there are three that I talked about. Now, moving ahead, and we see that in the so conclusion, given condition, talking about conclusion, that uh, if MR is equal to MC, and MC should be MC should be rising, that a producer will reach the point of equilibrium, right? And where profit is maximized, where profit is maximized. Also, air should at least be equal to, also the third condition, air should be, what is air? Air, as we also say P, both are same. Air should be at least equal to, if AR, or if price is not greater than ABC, it is okay, fine, but it should be at least equal, okay, to ABC. Then producers are able to operate or to achieve maximum profit. Now we see diagrammatic diagrammatic presentation. So diagrammatic presentation talking about that, uh, if let's suppose this is x-axis, okay, and this is y-axis, and this is what, this is on the y-axis, and on the x-axis output, and on the y-axis the revenue and cost, okay. So this is what MR, that is MR is equal to P is equal to AR, because we are operating under, or we are talking about under perfect competition. So perfect competition, as we already as we have already discussed about the diagram, that what would be the shape of MR and AR in terms of various market, okay. So In various market we have seen that there are various diagram that already I draw. So mr is equal to mr is equal to p is equal to ar. Yeah, and that is horizontal to the x-axis. It will comes to perfect competition. Okay, and we also talk the remaining two market, that is monopoly market and the monopolistic market. We have talked about that what would be the shape of marginal revenue, price, and average revenue. Okay, so moving ahead, and if we see that this is what MC, because as we all know that shape of MC is what U shape, just like a U shape. Okay, now there are 2 points, point A and point B. Why we can say that producers just want to operate in order to maximize his profit at this point? Why not at this point? As we conditions, as we have seen in the condition that MR should be equal to MC. Okay, so here points is also equal to MC, and because MC is just interaction, just doing interacting with MR, so it should be MR is equal to MC. Then why not? Let me ask one question. Then why not producer is just able to produce at this point A? Why B? Why at point B? So let me tell you that if we see, let's suppose O L1, and this is A, and this is P, and this is what? This is, let's suppose, R. Okay, and this is also here point something Q2, and this is Q1 at point equilibrium, and point B, let's suppose there's Q2. Okay, air is equal to M is equal to M. Now see, this is what? This is L2. Okay, now if we talk about at this point, at point A, at point A. Now let's see what happened if producer wants to operate on this point A. If producer strikes his equilibrium at point A, then what happened in that situation? We will talk. So as we all know, this is if we talk about the marginal cost. What is the portion of marginal cost? O L1 Q1 R. Okay, O L1 Q1 R. So this is what O L1 Q1 R. This is the portion of MC. And what? MC is what? TBC. Because TBC is what? Is the summation of MC. Is the summation of MC. So area fall under MC. We will see. We can say that TBC. Okay. So area under MC corresponding to given level of output. This will become TBC. So TBC is what? OL1 Q1 R. Now, talking about TR or MR. So, we can see at this point, MR is what? OL1, Q1, and A. So, this is what? This is MR. And area under MR will becomes TR. So, O L1, Q1, B. Area under MR corresponding to output. And now you can comparison, because profit is what? Profit is just the difference between TR minus TC. As I already told, that TR minus TC. Okay. And if we see that TR is what? OL1 Q1 P minus TC, that is we can also write it on TBC, because here we are talking on the short term. So TBC is what? TBC is OL1 Q1 R. OL1 Q1R. Now you can see that at this portion that comes in MC, that is marginal cost, is much higher than that of MR, that is marginal revenue. Okay, so this portion is less and this portion is higher. We can also say high and less. So if we subtract less from high, what we will get? Negative sign. Okay, so this is showing this is actually profit, but what? This is not a good profit. This is actually a negative sign showing this is not a good profit. So we can say that at this point, producers do not fail to operate or strike his his equilibrium because he is getting less profit and more loss. Okay, so this is the point. And now talking about why at this point, if we see that at what happens if producers wants to operate or if producer wants to strike his equilibrium at point B. Now let's see at point B. At point B. So if we see that at point B, we can see here that this is what? This is MC. So this is at this point this is MC. So TR becomes OL2, OL2, Q2 and P. So this is the total revenue. Total revenue, and if we see TVC OL2 Q2 R. OL2 Q2 R. So we can say that TR is at this point TR is higher than TVC. So if we see the profit TR minus TC, so if TR is higher then it will be positive. Okay, so we can say producer want to strike his equilibrium point B. Okay. So this is the point and this is the reason actually why not producers wants to strike his equilibrium at point A and why at point B. So as we have seen that there are much difference when producers just want to strike his equilibrium at point A, he will be in loss position. Or if he's wanting to operate at point A, he will not get much profit. He is not actually profit maximization position. Therefore, we can say producer want to extract his equilibrium only and only at point A and on point B, not A, sorry. Okay. Now, if we talk about that, if producers want to strike his equilibrium beyond point B, what happened in that situation? What happened in that case? So, let me discuss what happens. What happens when unit of unit more or less is produced than OL2 units of output. This is saying that यदि यहाँ ये बता रहा है कि यदि फिगर कहाँ गया डायग्राम, हाँ, कह रहा है कि अगर पॉइंट L2 से ज़्यादा प्रोड्यूस करे प्रोड्यूसर या पॉइंट L2 से कम प्रोड्यूस करे प्रोड्यूसर तो क्या हो सकता है. ठीक है, हम लोग देखते हैं कि यदि सिचुएशन फर्स्ट और केस फर्स्ट, यदि प्रोड्यूसर यदि प्रोड्यूसर ये तो पॉइंट Q2 है, यदि प्रोड्यूसर यहाँ प्रोड्यूस करे तो क्या होगा. ये क्या है L2 और ये क्या है L3. सो एडिशन टू टीआर, एडिशन कितना हो रहा है टीआर में, एडिशन टू टीआर एरिया L2, यहाँ से यहाँ एडिशन हो रहा है, L2 L3 T, ये पॉइंट T मान लेते हैं, ये पॉइंट Q3 मान लेते हैं, T Q2 and addition to TBC area under L2 L3 Q3 एंड Q2, ठीक है, Q3, यहाँ से हम लोग देखेंगे। तो हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि जो एडिशन कर रहे हैं टीआर में और एडिशन कर रहे हैं टीबीसी में, तो ये जो है ये हायर हो जा रहा है। एडिशन टू टीबीसी इज हायर और ग्रेटर देन एडिशन टू टीआर, ठीक है। सो एडिशनल टीबीसी एक्सीड्स एडिशनल टीआर बाय एरिया Q2 T Q3 Q2 T Q3, इतना जो है एडिक्शन हो जा रहा है किसमें, टीवीसी के एरिया में। तो कह सकते हैं कि ग्रेटर हूँ, टीवीसी का एरिया जो ग्रेटर है, टीवीसी जब टीवीसी में एडिशन कर रही हूँ तो उसमें वो ग्रेटर हो रहा है किससे, टीआर से। तो प्रोड्यूसर एट दिस पॉइंट, प्रोड्यूसर इज नॉट on a position on a position to maximize his profit, maximize his profit, okay. So this is the situation and this is the actually things happen when producer wants to extract his equilibrium beyond point L2 and beyond point original equilibrium, okay. Now second, what would be the second case if B producers, second case, if producer wants to strike his equilibrium within point L2 or within original equilibrium. This is what output, this is what cost, and this is what MR, MC, sorry, MR, AR is equal to P. Now, another case, this is what? This is original equilibrium, so this is Q2, and this is what? L2. Now, what happened if producer wants to operate at this point? If producer wants to operate on this point, that is Q1, and this is what? This is showing T, and this is what? This is showing L1. Okay, now you can see, you can observe through diagram that reduction in TR, this is what? This is TR, this is TR, because TR is what? P into Q. So this is L1, L2, this is Q, and this is what price. So P into Q, we see this, we can see that reduction in TR is much higher. Reduction in TR is much higher than TBC, than reduction in TVC। मतलब कि जो हम रिडक्शन कर रहे हैं ना, जब जब हम आउटपुट को जब हम इक्विलिब्रियम को ओरिजिनल इक्विलिब्रियम से ना ऑपरेट करके दूसरे इक्विलिब्रियम पे ऑपरेट कर रही है, तो उस केस में क्या हो रहा है कि जो रिडक्शन हो रहा है टीयर में वो ज़्यादा हो जा रहा है। तो जब रिडक्शन हो जाएगा टीयर में ज़्यादा, तो कहाँ से हो पाएगा प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजेशन, ठीक है। तो ये जो है इसमें रिडक्शन ज़्यादा करना पड़ रहा है और इसमें कम करना पड़ रहा है, तो ये इसके कारण ये स्टिल पॉजिटिव है और ये निगेटिव है। तो फिर therefore producer is not able to extract his equilibrium within the original equilibrium. So at this point he also feels bored of, he feels bored of situation if he strike his equilibrium in order to maximize his profit, maximize his profit. Therefore we can say the point, hence the point B and only B is is the point of is the point of profit maximization. Profit maximization for production, right? So this is all about the conditions of producers equilibrium. And if we see the how we can see that there are some points also. Let me highlight this point, that rational of the conditions of producer equilibrium. There are three conditions that also already have I have discussed. Mr is equal to mc, and mc should be rising, okay, and air should be higher or equal to abc. Now, one condition I just want to highlight also, in a brief, that if in case mr is greater than mc, यदि mr जो है mc से greater है, तो what we will do, additional unit of output leads to greater additional revenue. ठीक है, सो देयर फॉर वी कैन से जब हम एडिशन आउटपुट ये करेंगे, एडिशनल आउटपुट लगाएंगे, एक्स्ट्रा यूनिट ऑफ आउटपुट लगाएंगे, तो हमें क्या मिलेगा, एडिशनल रेवेन्यू मिलेगा देन द एडिशनल कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन। ठीक है, तो एडिशनल आउटपुट लगाने से हमें एडिशनल रेवेन्यू मिल रहा है देन दैट ऑफ एडिशनल कॉस्ट। तो हम लोग कह सकते हैं कि by increasing output profit would rise। ठीक है, there by increasing output produces profit rise, okay. In second question situation, in case if mr is less than mc, what will happen, so additional output, what additional output leads to, greater additional cost, leads to greater additional cost. Is it so? Additional cost than additional revenue. Then additional revenue. So additional unit of output leads to additional cost than additional revenue. So by cutting output, profit would. So in this situation, what we will do? We will do by cutting. What cutting? बाय कटिंग आउटपुट। वाई आउटपुट? बिकॉज जैसे जैसे हम आउटपुट को और बढ़ा रहे हैं, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी हमारा क्या है, एमसी जो है वो कम है, किससे, एमसी से। तो अगर हम आउटपुट को और इंक्रीज करेंगे तो हमारी मार्जिनल कॉस्ट क्या होगा, इंक्रीज होगा, क्योंकि हम एक्स्ट्रा यूनिट आउटपुट खरीदेंगे तो हमारी मार्जिनल कॉस्ट क्या होगा, जो एडिशनल कॉस्ट है वो इंक्रीज करेगा। तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में ना कि हमें आउटपुट को और बढ़ाना चाहिए, बल्कि हमें आउटपुट में रिडक्शन करना चाहिए। सो बाय कटिंग आउटपुट, profit will rise. So this is the situation. So this is all about the conditions of producers equilibrium, and we will discuss tomorrow the questions answers. Okay, so thank you so much.